How do you feel about working in the Web3 industry?
You know what? My actual very transparent answer is that there's more on the political side, things that I really don't agree on. Also, being a woman in Web3, not to bring in gender or anything, but it is a lot different than I don't personally feel like I've ever been like slighted because I'm in the discrepancies, which is just in general. It's not just Web3, so that's why I didn't really want to go too deep into it because it's kind of in general. But I think working in Web3 is really cool. Like the amount of opportunities, the doors that open, the people that you meet. It's actually a really impressive space. I never really projected that I would be in. So I'm really grateful for that.
Not to go there, but I also agree there is less women in Web3, of course. It is nice to, I mean, I think that we have a pretty like gender diverse team in comparison to other teams. What would you say?
Oh, for sure. We for sure do. I think we're definitely a unicorn in the space in that regard. I don't think I could really pinpoint like specific
Yeah.
challenges, right? I think like globally, like in whatever industry you work in as a woman, it's just like it is different than if you were a man. Obviously, I haven't lived the opposite, so I don't know, but I see the differences and I hear about the differences in any industry. And then in Web3, it's an industry that, it's kind of like not so much like a microcosm, but it's definitely like much smaller than like, the entire global, I guess, like working, I don't know how to word it, like just general working environments and industries. So it's not so far off.
Well, you got another question, and it's kind of triggering what you had just said, but kind of what are some of the challenges then that women face in Web3?
I have actually been told previously because I put some panels together that my goal was to have at least one if on the panel. So I've actually, I don't want to say been congratulated, but I've been dabbed up for that because I've been told it's nice to see more women on panels. I'm also seeing funding. I think the one thing, and this hasn't happened to me on like a big scale because I'm not raising and I'm not in a position where it really affects me at all, to be honest. But in terms of like capital, whether that's what they're being paid or what they're trying to raise, I think in general you can kind of like if you want to globalize it a little bit, is just like not being taken as seriously as a man would going if they're raising funds or going for a position. I think like in very rarely I've been in conversations with people where I've explain something the same if not better than a man, and then not really kind of just being kind of tossed aside like okay, and then the man will repeat the same thing, and then it's like a whole different conversation. So that's the only time where I feel like I've really felt